All right, so I have let me screen share. So if you haven't gotten the BAT printed off, here's what it looks like. So the first goal on there is proof the product works. This is obviously the most important part as a coach. If you're not drinking your Shakeology and you're not using Beachbody products like a program, the 3-day refresh, the reset, like if you're not doing a workout and following a meal plan for Beachbody, then how can you expect others to want to do it, right? So proof the product works. You should have the check mark every single day. Whether you did a workout or it was your rest day, you should know, your mapped out plan for your workouts and be able to check that off without hesitation every single day. Even if coaching is slowed down for you, no matter where you're at in your journey with coaching, that should be something everybody should do. My challengers should be checking that off. So definitely be doing that. And I would encourage you to, if you don't get your shake in, like there's times where I'm really busy and it'll be 10 o'clock, like this call, like I haven't had my shake yet today. It'll probably be 10 o'clock and I'll go like shake it up with 4 ounces of water and chug it down. I look at it as my multivitamin. It's my health shake. Like it's not just, oh, I'm really starving or I'm going to go to bed. I'm not that hungry. Like it's a non-negotiable to me to get that scoop of powder in my body every single day. I don't want to get backed up on Shakeology, and I like have 2 orders coming in a month. So if Aaron doesn't drink it and I don't drink it, I end up with so much Shakeology I don't know what to do with. And B, it only works if you're consistent with it. If you drink 1 shake a week, or you go a month and you've had like 5 shakes, it's not giving you the nutrition you need. Your body's not getting fueled properly every day to really take advantage of everything it can do for you. And you're not able to really share with people a true testimony of drinking Shakeology daily. So there's a reason you get 30 servings, right? So that's my spiel on Shakeology is all you new coaches are starting. So don't miss a day. I don't care if it's 10 o'clock and you're jumping in bed. Like there are times I get in bed and I'm like, oh shoot, I haven't had my shake. And Aaron will see, like I brushed my teeth, like I go and I chug it down and I rebrush my teeth. Like non-negotiable. That doesn't happen very often, but anyway, reading personal development. I have shared a few suggestions to most of you on our one-on-one calls. If you need more help in this area, personal development is so important and it can be super specific to each person. So when I say read The Compound Effect or read The Slight Edge, and say you start reading it or say you're listening to it on Audibles and you're going, this is not clicking with me. I'm not inspired. None of this is like sinking in. I'm not going, oh, wow, like every 2 pages. Ask your coach, ask your upline what you should be reading or share what you're struggling with. And we can help you discuss and find something that's really going to help you grow as a leader, as a person, as a coach, as you're working through your challenge group. What's going to best and be beneficial to you in your specific circumstances. Because I know for me, I started reading business books in the beginning, and I really just needed actual personal growth books because I was far from being a leader. I was terrified. I had no self-confidence. I had awful body image. So I read some books that really spoke to me as an individual, as a mom struggling. Right now I'm reading parenting books because I'm terrified of having 2 children. So it just kind of depends on, what you're looking for. Personal development doesn't have to be a list of books from Beachbody that you need to get through. It's not homework because they want you to read these specific books. So those are great for business building. And I do add a business building book every month. I actually read 2 to 3 books a month now this year. But anyway, it's for you to really dive into yourself and really grow as a person. So as you grow a team, you're growing into that role and it's helping you kind of develop into that. That's why it's called personal development. So 10 minutes, it's really not that hard. I listen to Audibles, so I might download the book that I'm reading so I can kind of go back through and maybe I'll listen to 2 chapters and read the same 2 chapters and vice versa. Or if I want to listen to a parenting book on Audibles, then I'll read a different book. So I can get through a lot more that way. Staying connected. This simply means check in with the team page. It's there for a reason because there are over 200 coaches in our team right now. And it would be really hard for me to message privately every single person like, hey, don't forget the national wake-up call on Monday. So stay connected. Know what your resources are and have those written down for yourself. So, save the Beachbody phone number on your phone. Because I have coaches being like, hey, who do I contact? like know that phone number. You're probably going to need it. You know, you might have a customer asking. I don't want you to ask me. I want you to have it handy. If you have something with your Shakeology or, you know, how to do a live chat, be informed and stay connected. Know what the sales are each month. And then know how to get on the national wake up call. I post about it in the team page, but have that phone number saved so you can, you know, have an alarm set on your phone and click on it, know what the recording line is. If you want to listen to it on podcasts, whatever. And then check in with our team calendar. So staying connected, that team calendar is gold. I know people forget about it. That banner, I don't know why, like it's right there, but people forget about it. But I get asked all the time, when's our next sneak peek? When's a webinar? When's, you know, our next challenge group? These things are all on that calendar, and you're able to utilize those and know when to post. So when you're planning out your month and you're doing your power hour, you can look and see, we have a sneak peek, we have a webinar coming up, we have this going on, we have a challenge group starting. I should probably, you know, if I need an idea of a post, oh, Flex Friday, great, perfect. Stuff like that. And there's the daily to-do list. So something like this power hour right here is actually on that calendar of what you should be doing every single day, non-negotiable as a coach. So stay connected with that. And when we are, you know, in the team page and I announce a new coach or somebody on the team is announced for an achievement, you know, let's be a team. Even as a new coach, even if you don't know what Emerald or rank advancing or, you know, first coach sign means, if a coach, you know, says, hey, please congratulate this person, congratulate them. It takes 1 second. So like I'll see a post and, you know, 50, it'll say 50 people saw it. And there's like one comment. I'm like, come on guys, we have like a love button now. It's not that hard, right? Go ahead and comment and let's, you know, be a team, because that's what this is about. So that's what stay connected is. So, I mean, you should have that crossed off every day. If you're checking into the team page, making sure, you know, you don't miss anything. New contacts. Adding to your network is important. 2 to 5 new people every day. The new contact is just creating contact. It's not necessarily talking about a challenge or anything crazy like that. You don't talk about Beachbody, bring Beachbody up. It's literally just, you know, adding friends, meeting new people, building relationships, okay? And then inviting to a challenge group. Invites can be personalized. We have a team file in our team page. It says how to invite, what to say. Take one of those, tailor it a little bit to what you're doing or the date that your challenge group is on, and shoot it out to 5 people. You can't decide no for them, so you need to be asking constantly, because those people will be Success Club in 6 months, okay? So inviting, adding new contacts, that's really important to be doing daily, whether it's 1 person or 5 people, or like my goal was Success Club 10 from the beginning. I knew I had to reach a lot of people. So I was talking to 15 new people every day. That might be a lot, maybe 10 to 15 people a day. And I worked full time. So that was like on my lunch break, I'm going to add 2 more. On this, I'm going to add 2 more. And then at night, I would literally mass invite and create conversations. That was where like 95% of my coaching efforts went to at night. My daughter would go to bed. I'd be off work. I skipped junk television and I would just sit and I would message people. And I got really good at it. And obviously I created that script because I was saying the same thing over and over and over till I was blue in the face. So now we have that to be faster at conversations. When someone says, what's a challenge group? You don't have to spend 20 minutes typing out what a challenge group is, because you have that script there explaining what it is. And you just take that, you copy and paste it, and you say, this is exactly what it is. You can tailor that, save it in your own document, make it your own, share your story the way you want to share it. But at the end of the day, those breakdowns work for me, and I know they can work for you. All right, so inviting to learn about the business. That was probably the hardest thing for me, because I didn't know how to invite to this opportunity. You have to invite to coaching, not just challenge groups. And my first year, I don't know if I sent 1 like coaching invite. If people showed interest or they were in a challenge group, then I would start talking to them. But I actually send coaching invites now. And I post about the coaching opportunity. I invite to the sneak peeks we have. I invite to the webinars. So that's just as important to have on your to-do list, because if you're not inviting to the opportunity and you're not sharing this opportunity, your team's going to grow really, really slowly, right? Like you need more than just you to get that snowball and momentum going. So I wish I had learned that sooner and done that way sooner, because I didn't invite to the opportunity. And how cool is this opportunity? I'm like, I love inviting to it now. I'm like, you are missing out. You could totally do this, you know? All right, so then following up, keep your list of who you're inviting, who you're talking to. People do it all sorts of different ways. We have a coach on our team that pays for a service. It's called Teamsy. I just use a Google document. I think Amanda, you use Google Docs too, right? We have all sorts of ways that we track. I have paper and pen. I have a notebook from when I first started where I just would write names down, and I'd like highlight if they ordered, or orange if they follow up next month, or purple if, you know, they're pregnant, whatever. I had my highlighter system in a notebook. That was my follow-up system. But some sort of way to track names. I know Ryan was asking me earlier, you know, how soon do you follow up with somebody? So it totally depends. If they say, oh, I get paid next week, I want to do it then, make sure to ask them, oh, great, what day is that? I want to make sure to follow up with you and help you if you have any questions so we can get you started. Okay? And then they say, oh, I get paid on Friday. Perfect. You write their name down, you highlight them that they're going to order, and you say Thursday, and you check in with them and say, hey, I hope you had a great week. You know, you're always following up. You're always on top of it, because if they're excited to do it and you don't check in, they'll go find somebody else to sign up with, right? So like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that 21-day fix. Guarantee they'll see somebody else's post, or they'll go to Amazon and order it, and then they'll tell you and they want you to coach them. So make sure you're on top of following up. And then checking in with your current customers. If you sign somebody up, you don't have to know the ins and outs of running a challenge group, but I do want you to support them, right? We promise as coaches to support them. And I promise as your upline to help that process, whether it be us running a challenge group together, but you really do need to be the face of as their coach, okay? So going into the files, grabbing that new coach or that new challenger email, whatever you sign up, you know, a new coach or a new challenger, you take that email and you send it to them personally, okay? This gets them started before their challenge pack arrives. It keeps them excited. And you want to check in with them, help them get started before they even get their stuff, because you can be really hyped up and excited, and then a week later, 2 weeks later, you know, you're waiting on your stuff, and you kind of get off the wagon, you get your stuff, it sits there on the counter. But if you're getting them pumped up, so it's your responsibility to send them that new challenger email, to get them excited, to get them added into, you know, the challenge group, or get them going with their measurements and their before pictures, and starting to drink more water, and changing little things in their diet, and hearing what their struggles are, so you know in the challenge group what you can help them with. So for me, I send an email. It has a link to my Fit Club, which is that Facebook lifetime accountability group. They can request to join right away, and they can get started on the new challenger file. It's going to tell them all the things they need to do and things that they can get started on. So you can do the same thing. You can create your own page. You can take that email. You can create a Fit Club, or add them to ours, whatever you want to do. And you can take the same file I have. You know, it's just very simple. Hey, this is how you take your measurements. This is what you could be starting to eat. This is what you can expect from me, blah, 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 blah. So make sure that you're on top of that. If you sign a new coach, I don't expect you to run a new coach basics or have all the information for them, but I do expect you to help them see the team calendar when the new coach training is starting. You're in the new coach basics group. You should know where it is and how to help your coach find it, right? You should be able to help them. Just send them that new coach email that you received. It can be my videos. You don't have to have a YouTube channel. But again, you need to be the face of your business. So as you feel comfortable with doing these things, you'll start making your own videos. But I don't expect that. But as a new coach, I do expect you to utilize what we have and make sure you help pass that on. So it's just a very duplicable, okay, you know what I mean. Not gonna try to say duplicable. I can't say it right now. System in place for you to pass down as you're assigning people up, okay? So whether it be a challenger, a coach, a discount coach, whatever, you should be able to lead them to my YouTube channel for Coach Basics, adding them to those groups. Again, I don't expect you to know everything or to help your coach succeed when you've just started. If you signed up and then that same day you signed a coach, I don't expect you to know everything. I do expect questions, but I do want you to utilize our team page and all the info that you have, and just follow along what I did for you. Just send that email, get them in that group, because I don't know every time that somebody signs up unless you tell me, right? And I want everybody to be successful. All right. So let's see. Connecting with the team. We already kind of talked about that. The team calls on Friday nights. I worked Fridays, and I thought it was like my biggest excuse to my coach why I couldn't be on team calls. I just started taking my break at that time. I knew the team call was at 7. I had to work till 9, so I would take a later break. It was usually slow in the store, so that was my 30-minute break. I would eat while I was on the team call. I know we have kids and bedtimes and all that kind of stuff, and I know things come up. But make it a priority. Make the National Wake Up Call a priority to listen to it or watch the recording every single week, fit it into your week, because it's not just information that I want to talk to myself or, talk to you guys and waste your time. It's valuable information that I've learned. We have guest speakers. The National Wake Up Call is, successful coaches in the business sharing their, top tips and helpful things that they've found to work to help this business fit their lifestyle. So make sure you're connecting with the team. That's it for the business activity tracker, but I wanted to go through it so it made sense. Does anybody have any questions before we move on? Let's see. Remember you had mentioned at one point how you find new people to add on Facebook. Okay, so adding to network. All those suggestions that I've brought up, I think we talked about it on our one-on-one, but I have a team. I don't know why I keep saying a team file. A file document in our team page, and it's labeled how to add to your network, and all the ways are right there. So it's like what I search. It talks about joining groups, talks about adding, people from the people you may know. So different ways like that. I can check in there and make sure all of the resources are there. Another great way to add to your network is going to YouTube and watching Shelly Hobbs, How to Add to Your Network. Shelly Hobbs is on our team. She's an elite coach. I think she's got 10 diamonds. They're in different business centers, so she's like 6-star, but has 10 diamonds. She has a great video. I actually just watched it the other day, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. So I would go watch that video. I use YouTube all the time to get new ideas. If I'm like burnt out with, okay, the mom groups, like I'm so over it. There's like Beachbody coaches and it works people, and I'm like, I'm out. But she has some new insight on like how you can go to meet new people on, Fabletics page. She'll like comment on a post or like somebody's thing and connect that way. And she's a great resource because she's not allowed to pay to advertise on Facebook. So some of these top coaches you see, like just run ads all the time, and that's how they get their people. Well, Shelly can't do that. She got blocked from that. So she literally has an organic following, ads organically. So her videos are awesome to watch on YouTube. So as far as adding to your network, there's tons of different ways that I do that. But there is a file or a document that kind of goes over that topic. All right, let me go back to my notes. I think that was pretty much all I wanted to cover tonight. But again, you'll see on the team calendar, if you go to the updated March calendar, that this is a series. So we'll have a call like this every week to help you as we go. So hopefully we're going to build this month. Your goal is to be hitting Success Club, to be, learning the basics. And so we're going to have a call each week, and we'll kind of build on all this stuff. So I don't want to go over, magnitude of things and make you feel overwhelmed. So the business activity tracker is where it's at for tracking. If you feel like you look at it and you go, the wording is off, or I feel like the power hour doesn't make sense, go to our team page and check out the photo album, and it's labeled Power Hour Ideas. And there's other lists, and it's the same thing. It just kind of simplifies it or makes it, maybe you want a pretty one for your, desktop banner or you want to print something off, or you want to put it in your notebook, however you want to do it. But there's a lot of different lists and kind of different ideas, or maybe you want to add something to your list that's important to you as a coach. Let's see, I think I've talked about that. As far as posting goes, I just wanted to go over this because this is huge. When you make a call to action post, so say I'm looking for 5 to 10 women, blah, 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 blah. You've seen the post, right? And it's your personalized challenge group invite or your coaching invite. When somebody likes that post, you can still reach out to them, even if they don't comment, right? You're going to say, thank you so much for showing love on my post. Are you working on fitness and health goals too? It's as simple as that. Because if somebody's engaged, don't discredit them, okay? And then if somebody comments always make sure you comment back, because your post will boost further if there's momentum going on that post. So if somebody's like interested, or what is this about, or oh wow, that's a lot of weight, be like, hey Michelle, and tag them in a comment back and say, I'm going to private message you details, okay? This way their friends see that they're tagged in something and your post goes further. So that's just a little tidbit. I know I see coaches all the time. I'm like, okay, people are commenting. Like, are they messaging them? Are they like, my over analyzing? Like, I want to help that coach. Like, they probably are messaging them, but just a good little like hint is to be commenting and saying, hey, Michelle, hey, Ryan, hey, Desiree, I'm going to message you. Because you guys have all done that to my post, right? You've shown interest, and I've said, hey, Ryan, I'm going to message you tonight. Or, hey, my kiddo, I'm going to pick up my kiddo from school. Desiree, I'm going to message you. I see your message. I'm going to get back to you. So I always tag, I always engage on the post itself, not just, okay, I see that, I'm going to go message the person. So always engage on the post, because it's going to get you further. And then the last thing for tonight, super basic, and I think most of you have done this already, but if you have not, I want you to go to your profile page, and I want you to critique yourself. If you went to your profile page as, somebody that you're like, say I'm going to friend Ryan. I probably am not going to friend or accept a friend request if I don't see a picture of this person, right? I don't want dark. I don't want scary. I don't want like close up, weird, shadowed. I don't want none of that. You don't have to look beautiful. You don't need a professional headshot. Go look at some of my old ones. They were not professional. But they were a picture of me. Your dog is great. Your cats are cute. Your children are awesome. But when you're friending somebody and they see a kid with spaghetti all over their face as a profile picture, they go, who is this? Like, is this a crazy dad? Like, is this a weird psycho person? I don't know, right? But when I friend requested you, where you're like, okay, this person looks normal, right? And then my banner is like of my family and like normal, right? And then you can scroll and see, okay, she's normal. Like, why would I not? There's no reason to not friend me. I'm inviting, I'm welcoming, I'm smiling, I'm happy. So go critique your page. And if you do not have a picture of you, it can be you and your daughter, or you and your son, or you and your husband or boyfriend, whatever, but be in the picture, be present. So when you're sending out random friend requests, you don't get that, who are you, right? They're able to see who you are. And if somebody goes, do we know each other? You can say, no, I'm just looking to connect with other moms, or I'm looking to connect. So that's a really simple tool. And a lot of people don't even overlook that, but it's so true. Like, you guys have seen those profile pictures of weird cartoon characters. Do you add those people on Facebook? No. Like, nobody adds the weird cartoon character person that's friending you, right? So go critique your page. That's kind of your homework tonight. Make a banner. It doesn't have to be awesome, but you can use PicMonkey.com and actually select Facebook banner so it's the right size. And, get a clump of pictures together of you and your kiddos working out, drinking your shake, or inspirational quotes. Go look at other coaches. I think I have a photo album of banner examples. Go look at other coaches. What do they have on theirs? What does it look like? And you can use PicMonkey. There's tutorials on YouTube of how to use PicMonkey. I've changed mine a few times. You can kind of go click back and see what it was. It's nothing fantastic. It's just pictures of me, pictures of my family, and what I'm all about. So that when somebody comes to your page, it's welcoming. And then lastly, Allie and I were talking about this last night. It can be scary, but if you don't have your profile set to public, you are limiting your business. The second you sign up as a coach is you got to reach people, right? And if it's private and you're setting everything to private, only 20% of your friends list sees your posts. And imagine if that's private. If only 20% of your friends see that, maybe you only have 200 friends, it's not very many people where it's the same eyes on your pictures. But if you open it out public and your friends are commenting, friends of friends are going to see it. Other moms are going to see it. Other people are going to expand, and you're going to start growing. And this is how you start adding to your network organically, because people are going to start saying, oh, this chick is doing this. Somebody that's interested in Shakeology might not even be friends with you and see a post because their friend Desiree or Courtney commented on your picture, right? So please set your profile to public. If there are things that you're nervous about, like a post that you're like, oh, I really don't want this to be everywhere. Like maybe it's your first before and after and you're terrified to make it go public. You can set the settings, or, I don't want my uncle and my grandpa to see this. You can say anyone but these two people, and kind of pick who you sees that post. But for the most part, public. People are like, isn't that scary? I'm like, no, because if a psycho stalker person is going to come after me, they're going to do it regardless of my profile settings, right? So set it to public, be bold, share, and don't be scared of who's going to see it. The second you start getting haters is probably when you've arrived in the coaching world that you're really being successful, because somebody else is negative. Desiree, yeah, exactly. They said, oh, okay, like you're not threatening, you're not scary. Like they have no reason not to add you. And if they don't add you after that, that's fine. Like if I'm like, oh no, I just, usually a message back to say, no, you don't know me, but I'm a stay-at-home mom, or I work full time and I have kids, or I'm just trying to connect with other people through Facebook, because that's really my, social media is where I get to meet and, connect with other people. That's pretty simple. And people are like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I like doing that too. That's why social media is a thing, right? So that's super important. So go critique your page. And then after, I think everybody on this call, from what I can tell, is in our Coach Basics chat. If you're not, I will add you. And if you have a new coach that wants to, learn the business that you've signed up, you can add them to the chat as well, or add them to the coach training page. But that chat, I want to hear, once you've gone and critiqued your page, I just want you to screenshot it and post it into the comments of our chat, okay? That way we can all help each other out. Like, does this look creepy, guys? Does this look good? And for my first profile picture, I just tried to find the best lighting in my house. Sometimes people actually open their fridge door and they put their phone in the fridge. If you guys need like backlighting, I'm not even kidding. I've done this. And I put a sheet behind me so it was white. So trust me, like there's all sorts of things you can do. But you can do timer cam. You can set a timer on your phone, prop it up, take your hair down, put it to the side, whatever. You get it. So that's your homework tonight. Make sure your profile looks presentable. And you don't have to go make like $1 million banner tonight. But that's just your homework for the next couple of days, to kind of clean it up a little. Go through your pictures, your photo albums. Do you have a bunch of, drinking photos or party pictures? I have like 15-year-old party pictures. I'm like, okay, private. Like nobody needs to see that if they're checking out my stuff. So anyway, go clean it up. Make sure it looks presentable. And that's all I have for tonight. If you have questions, post them in the Coach Basics group or in the chat as we go. I hope this was helpful. That's it for tonight. Bye, guys. I'll talk to you all soon, I'm sure, in the chat in like 5 minutes. Bye.